everybody. My name is Kyle the Irishman Morrow, and welcome to Nobody's Listening. We have got a very interesting show for you today, and I don't know why William Shatner has come out of me.
I didn't know he came in.
Good start. You know what? I need this. I'm so tired. Hold on. Why don't you go first? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Yeah.
Might be time to start using that caffeine, dude, instead of that muscle milk.
Anyway, let us begin. You know what might help if I actually use my stopwatch and not this?
Are you going to introduce us?
Yes, I am.
All right.
So, on audio,
Alex Fatman Greg.
on video,
James Papa Fuzzy Leach.
and we're not here, so just leave a message and we'll be right back. All right, so let's go ahead and hit the first story because everybody's talking about it, everybody and their brother. So, YouTube has become the most hated in its own company.
The most hated video
on YouTube.
How do you pull that off on your own platform? Somebody explain. So if you haven't heard, YouTube Rewind 2018 has actually been disliked so much that Justin Bieber's baby dropped to number 2. People are removing their dislikes. Keep this in mind. They are removing their dislikes to show YouTube, hey, you're not listening to us. Apparently, you don't seem to understand what we're about.
What was that last dislike number? Like 4 million?
No. It was 10. It's
10
over 10 million.
It's over 10
million.
I got to put in a meme. Right there.
Right there. So anyway, YouTube Rewind started back in 2011, for those that don't know, and they've been going ever since. And for some reason, somewhere around the 2013, 2014, especially according to PewDiePie and all his little memes, apparently it has been going down here. Now, I've never really watched YouTube Rewind. Just never appealed to me. I don't want to see people making way more money than me act happier than me. It's just something I just wasn't really into. But I mean, you know, if YouTube wants to pay,
for the most part, talentless people.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they're normal, everyday people, and they get treated
a
like,
spot.
for real. Like, we've been going for 3 months.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is a lot of hate, and I mean a lot of hate. First off, why? Oh dear God, why did you put people that are not real YouTubers in there in the first place? Now, Ninja does make an appearance. He does have a YouTube channel, but I don't really count Ninja as a YouTuber. I'm sorry. If you like Ninja, I apologize. I have nothing against Ninja, but he is technically a Twitch streamer. So I thought that was kind of awkward, him being there. Will Smith,
I wasn't even sure who Ninja was.
well, he's a Twitch streamer. He plays a lot of Fortnite.
Well.
But anyway, basically, you know, I don't mind him being there. Okay, fine. He technically does have a YouTube channel, but
It's mostly the replays from his Twitch stream.
yeah, that's all it is. It's just, I watched like 1 or 2 videos, and both of the videos I happened to click on when I checked out his channel was just replays from his Twitch stream. And I'm like, why? Like, why? But okay, I guess
The content writes itself.
yeah, I guess it does in a way. Other people have also shown up, like Trevor Noah and John Oliver. Y'all
2 more people I have no clue who are.
Okay, they are the late night shows that think making fun of Trump is what comedy is now. So they're those guys. That's all they know to do. Like, that's all their show is basically comprised of now, is just making fun of Republicans and Trump. And it's like, well, yeah, you're definitely not a YouTuber. I mean, you've got your own show. Why are you on this platform?
Yeah.
We don't need you. Go back to where you are. Hold your own meme reviews or whatever you want to do. But I mean, it's certain little things like that. Now, I do want to give a little bit of shout out because there are some positives that actually came out of this rewind. Jaden Animations. Now, Jaden Animations pulled the wool over YouTube's eyes, and I love this.
Oh yeah, beautifully so.
Yes. So the character that she usually uses, I haven't gotten to check out her channel, but I strongly suggest you go and subscribe just because of that alone. She snuck in PewDiePie's chair.
Yeah.
And on top of that, if you look hard enough, when you pause the video...
On a big TV.
No, and it's not on the big TV. It's on the shelf.
No, I'm saying watch it on a big TV.
Yeah, watch it on a big TV and look on the shelf, bottom shelf left side. There is a little submarine picture frame that is holding the number 2 up with the hands, and then the P symbol for PewDiePie. I thought that was actually really cool and very well done. I love how the fact that she snuck that in there and YouTube didn't catch it and they stuck it out there anyway.
Sub 2 PewDiePie.
I mean...
I thought it was a bro fist at first.
See, there were rumors going around that it was a bro fist, but when you actually blow it up and look at it, it's a P.
Okay.
So, that being said, though, you know, PewDiePie actually made the joke of maybe he could demonetize. I mean, he's not wrong, but I wouldn't want, because you know they're going to affect her. They'll just cut her section out, and that would be a bad thing. So I hope PewDiePie doesn't do that. But, I mean, there have been some really great comments that have actually come out of this. Actually, I'm going to talk about the 2 top ones right away. Yeah, this is a comment by Viva La Pewds. It says 526. Let's give the people what they want. Tap X to doubt. That was my absolute favorite. And then Cud, right underneath it actually said, every year YouTube keeps getting disconnected from the creators.
From its content creators.
Yeah, from its content creators.
Yeah.
I have to agree, but my absolute favorite was actually released out on Reddit, and PewDiePie actually did this one, and then I couldn't find it. I looked for it and couldn't find it, but suppose this is on PewDiePie's channel, so somebody subbed this to him. It says, it's from Dad. He finally found us. My favorite part is when they did the Fortnite dance in the Suicide Forest, but instead of corpses, it's dead channels. Brilliant. Really outdone themselves this year. I love that line.
That's so horrible.
Our old channel wasn't there. It wasn't all dead channels.
I mean, really, we should have gotten paid for that. No, I mean, this is just one of those things where it proves that YouTube doesn't listen to what people want. We don't want the political crap shoved into every little damn thing. Yes, there are screwed up things in the world, but there is no reason, period, of why it has to be every flipping
I
where.
am so damn tired of politics being everywhere.
It really gets
I can't
on my
watch
nerves.
anything without it being a social commentary. It's
Yep.
escapism. I don't want it ripped from the headlines. I'm not an 80-year-old man watching Law and Order.
I'm watching YouTube, not CNN or Fox.
Right.
For real. Leave it alone. You know, I mean, it's little things like that that have just kind of irked me, and they really tried to shovel that in there.
Meanwhile, we're extra careful not to put in our political beliefs.
Yeah, we try real hard not to in our point of views, but we try to be realistic as well on the show when we do this. I mean, let's be reasonable adults here, like actual adults. Let's quit just...
Let's be honest.
Yeah, let's be honest about this. I mean, there's no reason that... there's no reason that we should be dealing with this in every single flipping video. I mean, it's just all around stupid. What do you think? Do you think that YouTube is actually going to listen? Because they did put a statement out, and I meant to write that down, and I lost it, and I couldn't find it again. But apparently they put a statement out basically saying that we hear your pleads. Do you think that they're actually listening to what fans want, even though, I mean, it's pretty freaking clear what the fans want, and it's not what they gave them, even though they said, let's give what the people want.
Well, you're not going to make something and please everybody. Well, I don't care how good it is, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
But when you have so many people disliking your stuff,
10 minutes of brain cancer.
8 minutes and some seconds, I believe.
Somewhere
It
around
felt
that.
like 20.
Yeah, it felt like it lasted.
Because I held through the whole thing. I didn't quit almost at the end, Jamie.
I couldn't do it anymore.
But Bongo Cat made it.
Yeah, Bongo Cat was. I was happy about that. I'm
And
like, hey.
Nerdy Nummies. Now, if you haven't checked out Nerdy Nummies, you need to go check her out. She's actually really good. She takes geeky stuff and turns it into food. Like, I believe she did the Trident cookies for Zelda. I loved those things. That was really cool to see.
Trident?
Yeah, the Trident.
Triforce?
Triforce. English, not first language. I'm exhausted. We all are. But anyway, yeah, like little things like that. And then they got the yodeling kid. Okay. They got the yodeling kid in there and why he was in an ice ring. Yeah. Well, actually, no, he shows up twice. He shows up.
Oh, was twice?
Yeah, he kind of shows up a little bit. But
I lost brain cells watching it, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. Y'all lost brain cells. Y'all watched it one flipping time. I had to watch it 10 times to get this information.
I liked it better when it was the YouTube's year in review and it was actually things.
It was like back when it was a 30-minute video of actually talking about new people.
Yeah.
And their top people.
Well, see, like PewDiePie even made this reference of saying, why not make it about the channels that did the most success that year? Who grew the most? I mean, they've got the algorithms.
Because they'd have to include him because of how much his has grown thanks to
And they're like, no, Pewds. Do you think that they're actually going to listen, though, in all honesty?
No.
No,
they don't have to.
You know the number one thing I see on their Twitter page?
Politics shit.
No. Like people tagging them. It's like, what is taking so long? Seriously. Like, I don't know how many times a week I see people going, look, I'm sitting here at like 3-4 times the required number for monetization. It's been a month. What's the hold up?
Wow.
And I don't see it once every now and then. It's like once every day. I see that and I'm like, are they that far behind? I mean,
Google is screwed.
Why isn't it automatic? I mean, they're not giving people anything on the advertisement money anyway.
Well, I mean, they talk about the new innovations that Google is doing all the flipping time, but they cannot get algorithms right for YouTube. I mean,
and that's why so many YouTubers use Patreon, which we have one of those, and you can go and support us right now if you'd like.
Yep. Shameless plug.
Kyle hates it when there's plugs in the middle of videos.
I hate that. Like,
so I did it for him.
Yeah, so now I'm going to fast forward when I watch this. So if you do, I don't blame you.
Future Kyle's fast forwarding right now.
Yep, right about now. Anyway, I mean, there's just so much to this that was unliked and hated. Yep. They didn't want to listen. By the way, I had to learn what a mukbang was. You know what mukbang is?
I've never heard that word in my life.
Okay, mukbang is basically people that have channels that record themselves eating.
Oh, yeah.
And it's actually really popular, I think, in Korea. I want to say Korea.
Shouldn't that be on like a fetish page?
What is it called again?
Mukbang.
Spell it.
I can't.
Okay.
It's Korean.
Mukbang.
Mukbang. But no, they made reference to that. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there like a K-pop group that also didn't get referenced into the something about them? I didn't understand it. It kind of got really confusing.
They got pulled or demonetized or something.
Some crap like that.
I think it was their song they actually used or something. Like
yeah, they left their song in, but gave them nothing. Not even a reference.
Something to that nature.
I mean, what are you doing, YouTube? I'm having a real hard time defending your platform, and I'm honestly getting to that point where I'm telling people, hey, go over to Bitchute. Just go over to it. Now, there's problems with Bitchute. I will agree because James loves pointing those out.
I hate Bitchute.
I just quietly look and just...
Well, I mean, it's what YouTube was when they started.
We're getting 1/10 of the views that we're getting on YouTube, and we're not even popular.
We're popular enough to where we get 1/10 of the views.
No, on BitChute, we're only getting, say...
BitChute?
Yeah, say we get 80 views on a video on YouTube, we get maybe 10 or 12 on BitChute.
Yeah. Well, we're growing. We will grow. We're growing. By the way, we need you to...
share.
Subscribe! Anyway, let's move on to the next story. I just wanted to throw that in there, make sure everybody got that right. So... Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog movie is finally coming out, and there is like a mixture array of feelings from fans, first off.
I have one question before you continue.
Please do.
How is it live action? Where did they find a, what is it?
Blue
Anthropomorphic blue hedgehog?
Wow.
It looks like they're doing it like Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Basically, that's what...
Which was a very good movie, and it's a sleeper hit. I'm telling you, Woody Woodpecker's awesome.
It actually was a pretty good movie.
I hadn't seen it.
It was actually pretty good.
Help
me.
I'm going to peck my wood.
No, stop it. Stop it. All right, so the release date for
What are they going to
Sonic...
do, demonetize me? Continue on.
Sonic the Hedgehog movie is going to have a release date of November 8th, 2019. According to the IMDb, the plot is a cop in a rural town of Green Hills will help Sonic escape from the government who is looking to capture him. Now, there's a little piece to this that actually kind of got me excited, kind of got me nervous and a little scared, is that Jim Carrey is going to play Robotnik.
I think he can do that.
You think he's wacky enough to play?
Yeah.
Yeah, wacky, yes. He might need to gain about as much weight as I got, but yeah.
I'd like to see that.
Was Dr. Robotnik always...
Yeah.
He's always been around.
Well, I mean, he had like scrawny legs. I remember him having scrawny legs.
Well, they'll probably
and
just
arms.
cartoon the hell out of him like they did with the Grinch.
Probably.
And what other?
Well, that was a lot of makeup, though.
Yeah.
And then they threw in the CGI for everything else. Mm-hmm. But I mean,
Jim Carrey's great.
I don't like his political.
He's
views.
he's off his hinges right now, but
yeah, very communist, and we
well,
can't
just other like it's the philosophical beliefs that he has are just like, what the hell are you on?
But he's still funny.
Yeah. I don't know what he's on, but whatever he's on all of it.
And he needs to share.
He needs to
like,
share,
subscribe.
Yay! Oh, we were practicing that. This is the best episode ever.
It's called I'm so excited.
So we also have Jim Marston playing Tom Wichita. Moving on, he actually played Scott in X-Men. Cyclops.
Oh, that guy. James Madsen.
That guy.
Marsden. Yeah.
Marsden.
That
Marsden?
guy.
Yeah, Marsden.
Is this his first role since he got killed in X-Men 13 years ago?
No, actually, he's done a couple other movies since then, but yeah.
His career has kind of, because he was like really promising. He was like right here. He was like, psh, and then X-Men 3 came out and
and it was like a balloon.
We're stalling. We're stalling.
Where Jean Grey kills him in the movie, that was a metaphor for his career at that point.
Just but then you also have Neil McDowell. Now we don't know what role he's going to play in. He is that guy. You know what I mean? He's one of those
you can't
actors,
remember his name.
You can never remember this guy's name. But as soon as you see him, you're like, oh, he played yeah, that guy. He that needs to be a shirt, that guy. But actually, one of the roles that I was hoping most of y'all might remember is Timothy Dum Dum Dugan.
Timothy Dum Dum Dugan.
Captain America. The first one. Yeah.
Wait, the first one of the modern era or the
modern
direct to VHS Captain America?
No. Modern era.
Are you talking about the Scotsman?
I believe, yeah.
He had the big derby hat and the mustache. Yeah,
I believe that's him. Yeah. So yeah, he's going to be playing that, and then we have Ben Schwartz, who is going to be playing Sonic. Now his career is almost non-existent. I couldn't find much on this guy, but he did play Skidmark in the 2013 Turbo. So
Skidmark.
Yeah, he played the character Skidmark.
Why not go ahead and just get?
I got it.
Why not just go ahead and get the regular voice actor?
I was going to bring that up.
Been using
that they've been using since the first cartoon way back in the 90s. Isn't it the same voice actor?
I think so.
If it's not, they're damn close.
Yeah.
I don't know. This new team, the writing team, is.
But hey, it's good. He's got a break. The kid got a break. This might be what he needs.
Yeah.
So that's good for him. Good for him.
Apparently, they weren't planning on using him, and they just kind of brought him in for a test run just to kind of just do it just to do it.
Yeah.
And they liked him so much they kept him.
Well, that's good.
So
that's good.
Apparently he did something right. Now, there's a couple of little things you may have noticed throughout the little GIF. How do you say it? Let us know down below.
GIF.
See, I say GIF. But apparently, obviously, it's very noticeable that Sonic has fur, and a lot of people are kind of about that. Apparently, as well, they're giving him new shoes. I didn't know the shoes was a big deal. It always looked like white with red stripes to me. But apparently, they change every video game, and they wanted to bring it more modern, but give it reference to the old video games. So I thought that was really good. But also, this group is having trouble, and
you people pay way too much attention to cartoon character speech.
Yeah, you would be surprised what I read in articles, and I'm go, who pays attention to that shit? But anyway,
don't dig online for Sonic too deep, or the feet ain't the only thing they dig into.
Oh,
moving on. No, apparently as well that Sega and this company are actually fighting over the eyes. Well, they're not really fighting. They got the feel that when they did the first render of Sonic, because, you know, they're still working on his design and what he's going to look like, they don't like the idea of the eyes being too small. But they want to make it small so that way he is a crossover over the Sonic we know and an actual hedgehog.
Oh, God.
Thoughts? Penny for your thoughts.
They are putting in oh my God. Just do it like it was in the cartoon and the games.
Well, see, this is something else they actually threw into the article, and this was actually said by one of the writers.
I can't remember what his eyes look like.
It's like big. It's like anime.
Mean below.
But I mean, you know, why not do that? And one of the things in the article was actually said by one of the writers. There was like 50 of them, so I'm not writing that down. I'm sorry. I didn't bother because it was like, this guy drew the characters. This guy did the screenplay. This guy did the writing for something or another. Who gives a shit? This guy wrote on the bathroom walls. We don't care. There's so many writers. It's like a really long list. But anyway,
probably not even going to be that good.
Who knows? But anyway, basically they said that you only ever get to see one eye of Sonic. And the first thing that crossed my mind, they don't know how to do his eyes properly because you only see one eye on Sonic at all times. And I'm like,
reference the old
cartoons. Like, did you not see
the
that?
3D games.
Reference
something.
The box art.
There are 3D games.
I know, but they...
How do they not know how to reference what's already there?
Apparently, they can only remember the first 3 Sonic games that came out on Sega.
Well, they were the good ones.
They were, but still.
There was a couple other pretty good ones.
I mean, have you seen Sonic the games now? I mean, it's...
Let's not talk about 2006 Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's just popped in my head.
That really, wasn't quite finished, wasn't really good. It's like, why?
Like, Sega, what were you thinking?
It's like your 15-year anniversary and this is what you did?
You pooped on all the fans. Sega! Sega! I mean, this is one of the worst things I think I've ever seen. Now, some people were actually trying to do the art. Some of them didn't look too bad, but they made his eyes like so freaking small, and it's like
little beady eyes.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it because it just doesn't look right. Something about his body proportion doesn't look right. The fur definitely doesn't look right. Granted, I understand why they went that direction.
Furry costumes are cheaper than
a 3-foot-tall bipedal hedgehog, and they're worried about his eyes not looking real enough.
Well, they apparently, according to the writer, he says he didn't feel that Sega liked the render of the eyes that they first did. Granted, they said they can't seem to get it right. And another thing they said they're having trouble with is when he does the speed run, like the lighting doesn't look right or something like that. And they said, we can't fix it. So the product that you have seen, if you have seen the moving poster, the GIF, whatever, apparently that's not the finished product. So I'm trying to figure out why they even put it out. I mean, they could have just put a still shot of him out and just been like, Sonic, boom, there you go. You know, just left the character there. No, they had to add the speed run, and they said they hated it. They have no idea what they're doing. There's like a billion freaking writers, which honestly, personal opinion, there only needs to be maybe 3.
Why don't they just get the art team from the games? These companies do this shit, and they change it so much from the source material. Why don't you ask the people who did it originally?
If they're still alive, anyway.
Right. Well, yeah. Comic book
Sonic's
movies.
not as old as some.
I know.
No, he's not.
You got to think the whole purpose Sonic came into being was Sega had to come up with something to compete
with Mario.
Yeah.
Well, Hollywood does this. They'll take a beloved title or character,
Yeah.
and they're like, well, let's see what we can change, And you've got a character, you've got, say, DC, Marvel, any of the others, Sonic.
Video games in
just
general.
video game. You've got source material to pull from.
Yep.
Why are you taking so long to come up with a good story and a good look?
See,
look at the source material.
That's one of the reasons I am so happy that they decided to go with Detective Pikachu instead of
Actual
Pokemon in general with Ash and Misty and Brock and all them. Because there wasn't that opportunity to screw up the ones we grew up with.
It would have been like Speed Racer if
Yeah.
they did. Remember live action Speed Racer?
I never watched it.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was weird.
It was really odd. What if they tried to do Johnny Quest?
I love Johnny Quest, like the 60s Johnny Quest was awesome.
I loved Johnny Quest. That was one of my favorite shows to watch.
What about Adventure Brothers?
Yeah.
Hey. Go Team Venture!
I hate you right now.
It's like, damn it, you made me do it on television. But I mean, there's not a lot to the story, but I think the whole reason why I wanted to talk about this story is the fact that I get this vibe after reading the articles that I read and the tweets and all the stuff I go through every time I do this show. I've got that feeling that it's going to be that movie where everybody's going to go, oh, it's Sonic. And then by the time they left the theater, they've got 50 flipping tweets going out going, why? Why? I have that gut feeling. I'm sorry. I'm not looking forward to this at all.
I think they're going to screw it up like they do with everything else because they try to remove it much from the source material.
Yeah.
It looks too much like the games. Or it looks too much like the comic books. So what?
Who gives a crap? Anyway, let's just move on. Sonic, if you really think that this is going to work out, do you think maybe they have time to fix the bugs? I mean, they still have time. It's just one of those things that's like, I'm not so sure how well this is going to go.
When they do this, they use 3 people and they could do this. But they've got
that's what Mario's
doing.
They've
got 15 writers, 32 art directors, and like the old saying, maybe a little bit racist, but it's an old saying: too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Moving on. That boy ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
Let's move on. Let's go on to the next story. So,
all right. The next story is a little bit of a surprise. Bethesda.
What the fuck? Seriously?
yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What have they done? I'm not even sure what they have done this time.
I'm not sure exactly either because I kind of look. I saw an article this morning before I was going to take a nap.
Yeah.
Sent it to this one, and then I went to sleep. I half-ass read it. I ain't gonna lie. So I have no idea what they did. I just knew they did something.
Okay, so I'm going to be pretty frank and pretty blunt with you about all of this. So this does not affect the US of A. So we're good. But apparently they have broken laws in the EU.
Oh, Lord.
Now, the EU laws actually cover, and this is according to Google, and I want to go ahead and put a disclaimer right here, right now. I do not know the EU laws. So all I have to reference on is one article, because that's all I could find. And there'll probably be more by the time this video comes out, so don't come over and be like, there were so many articles.
They're breaking down.
Right now, there's only one. According to this story, it dropped at like 8 o'clock this morning. That's all I had to go on. They're the only ones that have done anything. 2, I'm from the US of A. I don't know the EU. I'm sorry. And 3, the only other reference I really have was Google. So if I'm wrong about any of this or something changes in between,
We apologize ahead of time.
we want to apologize now. We're not trying to do this on purpose. I'm just doing with what I've got, okay? So according to the article and Google, there are 28 countries that are under EU law. Now, supposedly they may have made a breach of General Data Protection Regulations, or GDPR. Now, GDPR.
I know that. I know that phrase.
Now, down below, I think you need to do like a little shot and just, I have that sent to you.
Okay.
It's the Wikipedia definition of GDPR. That's all I can find on it, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me because I'm in the land of the free. I'm sorry.
The home of the brave.
Exactly. So, I'm sorry. That's all I have to go on. But basically, from what I've gathered, is that what this is they cannot give away your personal information without your permission. Now,
But wait.
there's more.
Much more.
Much more. So, apparently, Bethesda.
Bethesda.
Now, let me explain this as well. I know I did this last time, and this is going on way too long, but there's a little area where we live. It's like, and Genius over here used to live in Bethsaida. And now whenever I see Bethesda, it's spelled pretty close to Bethsaida. So I say Bethsaida without thinking about it. So if I say it, I apologize. Anyway,
His
so
brain don't work so good.
Bethesda, no good work. Bethesda apparently works with a company known as ZemmyMax. Now, ZemmyMax is the one that
Their parent company.
yeah, their parent company. They kind of work alongside them, especially with the internet stuff. We see how well that's going. So apparently, they are not doing Steam anymore. So you can't buy the game on Steam. You have to go through Bethesda. Got it. .net to actually make an account to play the game.
Right. Okay.
Right. Now,
So far, so good.
So far, so good. At the bottom, they have basically a little disclaimer that has a check mark, says yes or no. And basically what it says, I keep saying basically, but basically, basically, it says that, that's going to be a t-shirt. I feel it now. That you have to click this check mark to say yes, so that way they can give your personal information off to a third party, so that way you can see, what is this company again? I can't remember. ZemmyMax's other stuff on other websites. So basically, again, you're giving out your information so that way you can play a video game.
And there's no way that you can say no.
No, they will not go through unless you click it. Or there is no option
game,
or something.
What game is this? For any of their games that were originally on Steam?
Yeah, that involve online.
Okay.
So to make an account, you have to click yes, giving your information away to God knows who.
So much of our information is already out there. So much of our information already is in the hands of third-party companies.
Yeah.
So why do we want to just hand it to them? I think we just need to make them work for it.
I know. If you're going to take my information, I want you to fight for it.
I used to sell email addresses. I would set up web pages.
You're the problem.
I would set up web pages, and all the people that would register, I would take their email address and sell it. I had to pay the bills. No, actually, I did not do
Just
that.
a hoe being a hoe.
Just a hoe being a hoe. No, I did not do that, but the pull was strong. Yeah,
It was prevalent back in the forum days.
Yeah, that was like way back in the day. So I'm not too happy about all of this. This seems a lot like, it just seems like a con. In all honesty, that's kind of what it feels like. Is this is just a giant con. They've created a game. It's gone badly. I got an idea. Let's do something about it.
It's marketing 101.
Yeah. I'm not happy about it. And
so if you stream that game, do they own that? You're basically your video of your gameplay?
No reference. No reference to that.
Okay.
All they said was that your personal information, to sum up the article that I got to read at the time, there may be more, and I'm going to read it, and I'm going to be like, dang it. But at this current moment, right now, for us, which is Friday, All it's saying is basically that see, I keep saying that word and I'm hating myself for it.
Quit saying basically.
All right, basically. That you're just going to be giving your information to some third
party entity.
Yeah, or you cannot get in. And a lot of people were actually really upset about this.
I wonder why.
And it breaks the GDPR supposedly. Because I mean they're forcing you to give up your information,
right,
and not giving you the option to say no, which is, according to Google, against the law. I mean, I don't
see, that's something I have never understood with 76s. Why didn't they just dump it on Steam? Everybody's using Steam launcher.
It's so much easier to use Steam.
And I think honestly they would have made more money. Granted, and it kind of seems like they need that money now because I'm starting to feel a big lawsuit. Multiple, in fact. If you didn't see the bag incident, by the way, you need to go and check that out. That was a nightmare.
Oh, but Alex does have a cool little bag. His bag is real canvas.
Yeah, I know, right?
And how much did that cost you?
I don't know. I traded him a cheap bag.
He traded me a cheaper canvas bag, which is still a good canvas bag, but I paid like $13 for it. But I traded with him because it had Superman on it, and I like Superman.
Better than the trash bag with handles here, because I mean that's basically
I can go get a whole box of them at Dollar General up the road.
I know, right?
And can you basically make money?
Basically,
yeah.
Anyway, that's the show. There's not a lot going on with that.
Going along with that.
Yeah, I mean, just as soon as I saw that article sent to me, the first thing that crossed my mind was, yep. And I even put it in the title that Bethesda is effing up big time. And I just left it at that.
I almost did not send you that article because I was about ready to take a nap.
I'm so tired. It's
it's our career now.
And I kind of glanced
this is the
through
Bethesda
it.
show.
I just kind of glanced through it and I'm like, it could be interesting. Click. Next thing I know, you're like, holy crap, this is big. I'm like, what? I woke up to, holy crap, this is big. I'm like,
that's what she said.
Hey,
but not to me.
Bethesda, please, no more.
You mean Bethsaida?
They're going to have to change company name.
Basically,
that's our show.
Anyway, I'm Kyle the Irishman Morrow.
Alex Fairman Gregory.
James Papa Fuzzy Leach. Stop flexing on camera. And basically, we're glad you guys have spent this wacky, crazy time. We're sorry about losing our temper, but that was just...
We did it for the laughs.
And please don't forget to...
like,
share, subscribe. You've been watching Nobody's Listening, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Deuces.